Today's video is about the most powerful tool in manifesting anything that you can think of. We are talking about inner conversations. And it is the most powerful tool because these internal interactions that we have with ourselves, with others, they reveal to us what is going on in our inner world, our assumptions, our beliefs, how we perceive ourselves and others, our fears, our doubts, what is most dominant within us. If we pay attention carefully to what is going on within us and the stories that we are telling ourselves, we will gain so much information about how we are perceiving everything, and we can use that information to achieve any goal that we have in life. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. Our inner conversations reflect things that are conscious and pre-conscious to us. So our conscious mind refers to everything that is inside of our awareness. Our thoughts, our feelings, our memories, our fantasies, etc. The pre-conscious refers to things that we are not actively thinking about, but that we can call to mind easily given the right trigger. If we think about the Freudian iceberg theory, we have the iceberg. The visible tip of the iceberg is the conscious mind. Then the pre-conscious is just below the surface. It's under the water, but you can still see whatever is going on there. And the subconscious is that vast submerged part of the brain that we don't have access to. So the pre-conscious is kind of a buffer zone between the conscious and the subconscious. If you pay attention to what is going on in your inner conversations, you will have information about your mental diet and about what you are actively manifesting. Not what you want to manifest, you know what you want, but what you are actually manifesting. And these two can be the same, but they can be also completely different things. Remember the story that I shared with the client that was having arguments in her mind with her boyfriend. And although she was affirming for that amazing relationship, what happened? She was still having arguments with him in the physical world. Why? Because that was what she was manifesting. She was manifesting more reasons to be angry, more reasons to be frustrated, more discussions, more arguments, because that was what she was feeding in her inner world. If you want to manifest something that involves someone else, so maybe you are manifesting a relationship and you are thinking about the kind of commitment that you want with that person, whether you just want to have that relationship or move in together or be married. It depends on your desire. Maybe it is a business partnership. Maybe it's a friendship with someone that you really admire and that you like. When you are manifesting anything that involves someone else, there are a few things that you have to keep in mind. The first thing and the foundation of everything is figuring out what is it that you want to experience with that person. If you want to be in a committed relationship with someone, then what kind of commitment is it? What is commitment for you? What is it that you really desire? Because then you have to figure out, who are you in that commitment? How do you think? How do you feel? How do you act? And you also want to figure out, who are they? How do they treat you? How do they show up in that reality? What kind of values they have? This is a very important part because it's the blueprint. You will have to align your inner world with those ideas, those assumptions, those perceptions of who you are and who they are. So basically you have an idea about your self-concept and the stories that you should be cultivating within. For this, you will need discipline. You will have to persist on those assumptions. And it doesn't mean that you will never have a negative thought. You will, because it's normal for us, especially in the beginning. The old man is going to show up, the old self is going to come back and ask you, are you sure? Don't you want to change your mind? But then you have to show that this is what you desire. This is what you want. You may have a thought in your mind, but you either don't interact with it, you just observe it, or you have the last word. And the last word should be the new story, should be the new you and the new them. You are changing your perception, your awareness of who you are and who they are in that new relationship. If you have had a past with that person, then maybe the stories that you have about them aren't all nice and lovely and amazing. So in that case, you do have to decide what you desire more, to experience that new version of them, to give them a chance to be that person, to hold them into that full potential that they can bring into this relationship. Or you decide to hold on to what happened in the past. But the problem is, if you hold on to what happened in the past, you are going to keep reliving the same things that you went through and that are not helping you. I want to make this clear. Nobody is obligated to manifest someone from the past. If you choose to do so, then you really have to understand you should have a clean slate for you and them. You should assume that you can be your best version in this relationship and they can be that best version as well. Whatever you're doing this for you. You're doing this because it's what you want. It's what you desire. It's what you deserve. When you are letting go of the past, the stories and the pain that you experienced in the past, you are doing this because you want to move on with your life, having more fulfilled relationships with the people that you have in mind without defining yourself by what happened in the past. I'm not saying that this is easy, but there are things that you can do if you are holding on to negative emotions. You can do the Ho'oponopono prayer. You can work on giving a different meaning to the things that happened in the past that may have been traumatic to you. You can choose a different perception that is not putting you in a situation where you are a victim. And if you are missing that person because they are not in your life right now, you can also have inner conversations with them. You can have the serious conversations that you want to have with them. You can even talk about the past and work through it with your inner specific person, with that person within you, so that you can use this to heal. You can use this to work through the emotions that you are carrying with you that may be stopping you from manifesting what you want. Inner conversations with your partner, with the person that you have in mind, the love of your life, the friend that you want to have, they are going to really help you to embrace that new version of them, the version who is in alignment with your desire. You can work through issues. You can be vulnerable. You can see them being vulnerable, being exactly the version of them that you want to have, that you want to see. Maybe they are being apologetic. Maybe they are telling you the things that you want to hear. Maybe they are coming towards you and pursuing you. Choose the version that you want to experience. Choose the new story. In this way, you will start to change your perception. You will start releasing the old ideas that you have about that person and you in that relationship. And it will be easier for you to embrace the new things, the new experiences, the new ideas, the new characteristics of them, the new personality. By releasing the stories that doesn't suit you, the past emotions, the hurt, the pain, what you are doing is you are inviting the new into your life. You are allowing yourself to experience this differently, but not only for you, for them too. They can finally release the old stories as well and look at you and this relationship differently. So they are going to start thinking about you, missing you, working on themselves because they know they need to level up. And this is what you want to experience. When they come into your life, you want to see the new them and you want to be ready for it. You want to be the new you too, so that you can start everything differently and it will feel as if it has always been this way for you and for them. Okay? You got this, guys. That's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.